What up? Let's get weird. It's your boy Tommy G here with Dinger Tuesday edition of the Stay Cashin show. I got my Big Al Hits Dinger shirt on. We're ready to rock. Last week was what? I wore the Home Depot Dinger shirt, right? I got to get another one.
Did you see that kid? He's actually in high school now.
Who's that? Oh, this kid?
Yeah.
The kid with the dingers, Big Al?
Yeah, the big fat kid from the Little League that says that he hits dingers. Yeah, he's in high school now.
Is he doing anything? Is he decent?
I don't know. He's on the team now. He took a picture of himself.
Let's track. Let's buy some cards. Let's buy some Big Al cards. Rackets, you going to stock up on Big Al cards?
He's all right. I like him. I remember watching that. I remember watching that Little League World Series live.
Dude, I remember the interview live. I watched the interview live, and we'll be at the Little League World Series this year, Luke Hoffman.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We're 100% going because that we can get Danny too. We could drag the carcass that's
Danny
known as
lives
Bill Rupp.
Around the corner from it.
Yeah, like right there. Bill Rupp will not be joining us today. He got a widow tummy ache. Don't know what's going on, Bill. Right? He's had many tummy aches. This is his third tummy ache in the last week and a half. So, Bill, work on that stomach, brother. What's going on with Bill there, Rackets? You said you had a widow tummy ache. You're muted.
I did last week, but I threw up and lost 12 pounds, and I'm okay.
At least you got skinny. That's a good thing from it.
Yeah, exactly.
You do look skinnier, actually. So I gotta get a fucking stomach ache.
A day and a half, bro. Like it was disgusting. I went from 185 to 170
everywhere.
a day. I was on the bathroom floor. Yeah, it was disgusting.
Oh Jesus! All right. Well, we got a big show today, guys. We got a game going on right now. My just love child, the College Baseball World Series. I mean, Hoffman, next year I'm gonna start betting this shit from like day one on. This is just the most fun. College World Series right now, we are absolutely slaying. Let me just go here and give you guys the update. After a bad, the wind was just gusting in, had some weird outcomes. We had a game that started at midnight that we loaded into. That was the worst thing, by the way. We should address that. That Florida game that happened the other day, that was a disgrace, what they did with that game. Absolute disgrace. I don't know anything about fucking anything, and I knew that game wasn't starting till midnight. Like, there was no chance.
They didn't start it till after 11. I know that.
There was 4 hours of fucking rain pouring down. You have everyone at the fucking stadium already, right? These guys buy tickets, I believe, Hoffman, for the day, not for the game. So you're buying, when we were going to buy it for the day. Yeah, right, you're buying it for the, So realistically, even if you have to get them out, why didn't you just move that start time up 3 hours 2 days before? Everyone knew the fucking thunderstorms were coming in that night. We got the same thing happening tonight, by the way, when we go through the college baseball rundown. They started that game at fucking midnight. The fans were dead. The team was dead. It ran till fucking 2:30 in the morning. The game went under by a couple runs, and that kind of fucked us a little bit. But we are 70-49, and that 49 includes all those weird little plus money props and shit like that. Up 69.23 units for the College Baseball World Series guide. So if you were a $10 better, you're up $690 on $10 bets, $10 per unit bets. That's pretty good. Considering the guide costs $24. Yeah, and you got a free $40 week. So the other guides went great. D-Rock destroyed the U.S. Open guide. Absolute phenomenal in that. That thing was like $14. And Rackets, I hear we got another guide coming out that's going to be a little too cheap that people need to start buying that's going to last a couple weeks. What's that about?
There's a little birdie that may be doing a Wimbledon guide. I don't know. It's only what I hear, though.
I heard the same thing. That's how Rackets started here with his U.S. Open and Wimbledon guides that fucking took over the nation. So Joey Racket's going to be putting together a fucking monstrous Wimbledon guide that will again be too cheap. So you guys definitely want to take advantage of that. He's putting it together now. I think they announced the draw next Wednesday or Thursday, Rackets, you said?
Yeah, no, Wednesday or Thursday, and then it'll start on Sunday. But
so it starts next Sunday.
I have an insane streak of just Grand Slam finalists and winners going.
It's unreal.
It's basically every single Grand Slam since I started working in a company.
Yeah, that's what
like 5 years.
That's what jumped you off here was that you had the 2 finalists in the men's and the women's for the U.S. Open, I believe it was
on both sides. Yeah, man.
Yeah, the first week that you started here,
and just in the clay one. I mean, I'm not going to take credit for Iga because it's not that's not a great one. But I was on Osaka.
I mean, it was still minus 130 or something. It's not like it was minus 400.
I had Zverev in the final 2 on the men's side, so I mean,
so we're excited for that.
It's not like I'm just taking fucking Djokovic and fucking Swiatek for everything. Like,
right.
It's not hard. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. So, all right. So in a game right now, just to give you guys an update, we're on the under on this. So we have the under on the Florida State UNC game, and we have Florida State. This is a matchup right here. Florida State's throwing a pitcher, I think it's Armstrong, who has like a 6.9 ERA, but this is the College World Series. None of that fucking matters, right? And North Carolina can't score. Like, I love this North Carolina coming in. We have futures on FSU. We have futures on North Carolina. We have futures on Florida. Like, all the teams that are left, we have futures on. So we're still live with all those futures. I see this game getting low. We're looking at 25 to 30 mile per hour winds blowing in for this game. And right now it's nothing, 1 out, bottom of the first. Matty Ice has no runs in the first inning here. He'll probably kill me because he was going to do 4 units on it. I had him go down to 2 because of Vance Honeycutt. But looks like this game's probably going to go under. We have alted it under Hoffman. I alted under 12.5 with Harper hit, Bohm hit, stuff like that. And then we have under 9.5 small, and we like FSU in this one. Every game North Carolina wins is by 1 run. So if you want to take the alt line there, if you want to take Florida State, I don't know if it's still available on DraftKings. Florida State plus 1.5. Let me see if they're still offering that. Yeah, that went off before the game, so you can't get that now. We have that in the parlay. So we got a bunch of stuff on this game. Then we got a big game tonight we'll talk about when we get to the college baseball segment. And that's 2 outs. Get to first. There we go. 2 outs. Make a scoreless first.
Merrick.
Start off NBA, right, Huff?
Merrick, yes, we will be doing Summer Olympics. Right after Rackets guide, you'll get a Summer Olympics basketball guide written by me.
Yeah.
I'll be doing Olympic tennis.
Probably have more than just basketball in that. That's probably going to be a whole ass Olympic guide. When does that start, Huff?
The Olympics start in the middle of July, I believe.
Right. I mean, this company does
right when I come back. Right when I come back from Baltimore, I think it's right in the middle of July.
Yeah, and it's right after Wimbledon. So this company doesn't stop, guys. That's the difference between us and other places. We have specialists in every sport. We have Kababble right now. You guys need to get his Euro guide. The Euros are going on for soccer and Copa America. Going on all morning.
He just texted me that he sent me his Copa America guide. So
okay, so that's in there too.
That's
so
pending in my email box that I haven't.
It's $19 right now.
Whatever
I mean, yeah. So we have specialists for soccer. Matty Ice specialists in baseball. Rackets specialists in tennis. Then you have me, Bill, and Hoffman, and a lot of us that do all the sports. Rackets obviously does all the sports too. But unlike these other companies who have 3 guys doing every single sport, we have literal guys. Constantino for UFC. We have guys hired that's the only sport that they really focus on, and then dabble in the others. So make sure you get over and check it out. Last night, we saw the championship. I didn't watch a single play of the last 2 NBA games because after the rigging in game 3 with the Lucas shit that went on, I said, done with this sport. Didn't put a single bet out. Didn't watch a single play. All I watched was the MVP presentation, Hoffman. That's all I cared about. Because I put out Jaylen Brown before this started, plus 700. We hit that. And that was it. That was my only bet for the last 2 days on NBA. So considering I didn't watch that shit sport and those garbage athletes who can give a fuck less cash, first inning, no runs, Matty Ice. Let's go. Starting the day off with a win already. We just started the fucking show. Tell me a little bit about the championship, what you thought. You called it. You nailed it. I know you had a future on UConn and Boston Celtics to win the championships. You just hit that. You saw that money flow into your account while we were on the phone. And then and you've been dead on with these champions for all these sports, man. You said Boston was just going to roll right through. I was dead wrong. So I hate that sport anyway, but talk to me.
I mean, listen, they're by far the best team in the NBA right now. I mean, their metrics are phenomenal for an NBA basketball team. They're like 86-22 in their last 108 games, which is an insane run. They're only going to get better. The Eastern Conference has to catch up. I mean, listen, that's just how it is. I mean, listen, when there's teams that are just superior to other teams, you just got to bet them. Like this morning, I'll tell you for baseball right now, it's going to be Yankees versus Phillies or Orioles versus Phillies in the World Series. Like the Yankees and the Orioles are by
You're just
far
because Rackets is here.
Well, listen, you have to bet it because it's plus 1,800 and they're the 2 best teams by far in the American League. So they're probably going to square up in the ALCS. And then we have both of them in the World Series versus the Phillies, and Mookie just got hurt. So
yeah. Mookie will probably be back in about 6 to 8 weeks. He'll be back for the end of the season. I mean, realistically, I think this World Series is the Yankees to win. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I do think Rackets agrees there on the Baltimore and the Yankees being the best 2 teams. I mean, the only other teams you could even talk about, I mean, the Indians are winning the Central, and we know they're kind of smoke and mirrors. They just play fundamental good baseball, And that's great for the regular season. You see teams like that dominate the regular season, playing fundamental good baseball like Kentucky in college baseball. And then all of a sudden, when they get to the fucking playoff rounds, you need that guy when your whole team isn't hitting because everyone's ratcheting everything up. You need that guy that can hit the 2 or 3 run home run. And
they're the two
Indians really
best
don't
teams
have
in
that.
baseball. They're the two best teams in baseball. It's not the Dodgers. It's not the Braves right now. It's not the Phillies.
It could be the Phillies. The Phillies are one.
I just saw them for 3 games. It's not the Phillies.
Yeah, Indians are really Jose Ramirez or bust, right? So that's the thing. They got one guy that if you can neutralize him, you're going to be fine. The Mariners are winning the West. I mean, the Mariners
Orioles were a rain delay away from sweeping that fucking series.
Someone tell me how the Mariners are fucking.
They're not good.
9 games up in the West. They're not even a good.
The rest of the division is that bad,
but they're not even good.
But I will say with Texas is going to be getting Scherzer back. They're going to be getting DeGrom back. They're going to be getting Cody Bradford back.
They're reading that into. Go in there right now and bet futures on the Astros. And I know the Astros, blah, blah, blah. But the Texas Rangers and the Astros, there's just too much value on anyone but Seattle winning that division, Rackets. They're just
my pick is still the Rangers.
I like the Rangers.
If you get DeGrom back, Scherzer's already doing rehab. If you get a healthy Scherzer back.
And if you just get the Rangers start hitting, I mean, like they got.
And if they start hitting, yeah.
Adolis, Seager.
Adolis has 6 RBIs in like a month.
Yeah.
He had 34 RBIs in May, and it's now June 18th. He's got 40.
Yeah, that team's going to turn around as the weather heats up and we start getting to these June, July, August days. That's obviously going to benefit a team like Texas who thrives in the heat, whether they're playing, no matter where they're playing. But I think that's Seattle. Put it this way, Rackets, they're up 9 games and they're only minus 300 to win the division, right? Like any other team up 9 games would be.
They need to add 2 to 3 bats to be a contender, in my opinion. Yeah, it's not even just one. They need 2 or 3.
So there's a lot of opportunity on the futures front, which we've been talking about a little bit.
They've scored hold on a second. They've scored 288 runs for the entire season.
It's a joke, dude. It's a joke. They win every game 3-2. Yeah, you can't keep that up. And they did this 2 years ago.
By comparison, the Tampa Bay Rays have 279.
And they lead the league in strikeouts. So it's not even like they're getting on base. Like they fucking strike out like crazy. They're a non-contact team. So I listen, it's fucking maniacal. Those runs allowed are insane right now. And I don't think that's going to hold up because it's not like they have the big guns at the top. It's probably going to be Yankees, Orioles. But just to go back to the NBA and put a bow on this for the rest of the fucking season, fuck that fucking sport. I don't know how the fuck you people like that shit. It's the worst product in the history of the world. There hasn't been a goddamn competitive game in that fucking sport for 10 years.
Also, one last closing thing about the Mariners. I just saw this. They're 13-17 against teams over 500. So they're not even beating. They're losing against good teams. They're not.
Exactly. Yeah. They're just not good. They're not.
Go ahead. Continue.
No problem. So, to wrap up the NBA, people are already talking about the NBA next year. I don't want to talk about the NBA till next year.
Well, all right, hold on. Before to put a bow on it. So
yeah, do whatever you got to do, and then we're shutting NBA down for a fucking month.
They changed everything. So now the offseason starts now. So like they can start offering people deals now. So like there's value on some of these teams that are going to make deals. So like, for example, I think there's value on the Magic at plus 6,000 to plus. I saw them up to 6,600. There's value on the Spurs. These people are going to add significant pieces. There's value on the Knicks. There's value on the Sixers. There's value on some of these teams that are going to add pieces, guys. So I would get down. Come on. I would bet some of these teams now.
How are you not at third? Sorry.
I would definitely take the Knicks, the Sixers, the Magic, and the Spurs. Take flyers on all 4 of those teams because those teams are going to add significant pieces and their odds will change.
Yeah, and especially if you're looking at a team like the Spurs, you're going to have a high draft pick too. So a lot of opportunity, a lot of upside there. They're building towards this year and next year.
Yes.
So as far as the NBA goes, listen, we'll get back into basketball once the Olympics starts rolling around. What's going on for the Olympic team there?
There's 8 teams, I believe, that are already qualified from the previous tournament, the Worlds. And now there's 4 more qualifying tournaments, which I'll have bets out for later this week or early next week. Mm-hmm. And then once all those are done, you'll have all the teams in, and then I'll have the guide written up.
Okay, awesome. So we'll probably give some of those away for free on Twitter. Follow at Stay Cashin Show. Follow all our accounts. Our handles are at the block. You just change Rackets to at Joey Rackets on his thing.
I don't know how to do that, but
don't worry. We'll do it for next show. Fuck Rackets.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, well.
Fuck Rackets. So, all right. So fuck the NBA. Where do you guys want to start? You want to start with college baseball? You want to start with MLB? We'll do Dinger Tuesday next because that's going to be a longer segment.
Unless you want to just fly through the last game of the Stanley Cup we got tonight.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So this one should be easy. This one should be quick. Oilers Panthers tonight. Bobrovsky. The big question in this is Bobrovsky MVP, right? He was plus 450 or something before it started, I believe. Then he moved to minus 400 going into game 4. We saw something similar going on with Jaylen Brown and Tatum where the line was bouncing all over the place. Bill told me that Tatum was like minus 300 in the third quarter last night.
He might have been. I didn't look.
I mean, that was crazy. That's
I was on the phone with you. We were doing college baseball shit.
So right now you got Connor McDavid, Bouchard, and Leon Draisaitl as 3, 4, and 5. And it's Barkov and Bobrovsky, minus 105 and plus 105. I still think it's Bobrovsky. It does not help getting pulled from a game, giving up 5 goals in a period and a half. Hopefully the voters understand that game was completely fucking rigged. There was nothing about that was legitimate. And all of a sudden you saw the two teams dominating every single game. Just Boston loses by 44 against Dallas. And Bobrovsky gives up 6 goals in a period and a half when he's given up 6 goals in the last 6 games all of a sudden. So I expect the Panthers to come back tonight, do work, finish this off at home the same way Boston did. Probably won't even be that competitive. I see like a 4-1, 4-2 Florida Panthers victory in this one. And I think that'll move Bobrovsky back to the number 1. Barkov has been fine, but I don't think it's justified to make him even with Bobrovsky. If you took Barkov off the ice, let's go, Florida State.
Let's go. Come on.
Get in. There we go. 1-0 FSU. Let's go. The bottom line with the MVP. If you take Barkov off the ice or you take Bobrovsky off the ice, in which situation is Florida worse off? It's not even close. It's not even close. There shouldn't even be an MVP discussion. Bobrovsky is not only the most valuable player on the Panthers, he's the most valuable player in the NHL. Like, this is insane. So I think there's insane value on the minus 105. And I think him getting pulled last game just moved you from minus 400 to minus 105. So that's one bet you can make. And then obviously, I think we all love the Panthers tonight. That line's moving up. It opened at, I think, minus 130. It's up to minus 145 on FanDuel. Anyone have a take outside of that? Hoff, you've been doing a lot of hockey this year. What's your take on that?
I think I'm going to do Kachuk to score a goal. Probably have a same game parlay I'll put out for the subs. Mm-hmm. So get on in there for that. Me and Nick the Champ have been doing best friends forever parlays. They've been doing ever since we got a massive.
I want you guys to go back to fighting. That
we got it was much better when you guys were fighting.
Yeah, we got a massive fight, and then we made a same game parlay and it won, and then we've been best friends forever since.
Yeah, I mean I like it so much better when you guys are fighting. But
he's a good arguer, man. He makes
me and Nick went at it a little bit that one night. I forget what it was over, but that's a good thing about Nick because he actually has data to back it up. He doesn't just fucking argue on emotion. You know, he's sharp.
Nick's my guy. Fucking
I love Nick, dude. Fucking Nick's Tommy G and Joey Rackets' favorite. Nick the Champ, fucking man. So he's actually the one. Oh, all right, still 1-0. He's actually one in there that Bill was like, what the fuck? Fuck that. I'm like, no, he's not a troll, dude. He's just fucking with Hoffman.
He trolls Bill. He trolls Bill a lot. Too.
I know. He trolls me all the time. Well, because you're stupid.
I think Bill blocked him. Bill got over
him. Yeah, I'm like, listen, stupid people are going to be very bothered by intelligent people, Bill. All right, out of the inning there, 1-0 Florida State. That's good. Get a run, keep it low. Let's go. Anything else on the hockey front here, guys? Rackets, Panthers?
Yeah,
it's Panthers tonight. So we're going Panthers minus 144. Let me just see what the best line out there is. 144 on FanDuel is the best line.
I think I saw minus 135 on Fanatics.
Is there? Okay. Yeah, I haven't bet there because every time I try to put a bet on Fanatics, they only let me bet $4.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let's move over to college baseball now. Just talked about the Florida State game. You can still get into that. Hopefully you got into it at the beginning of the show, what I was telling you before they scored that run. But right now we're looking at the line of Florida State still only minus 152. So that's
145 on DraftKings.
145 on DraftKings, even better. So yeah, that's definitely some good value there on Florida State, still at 152. Under still 9.5. As we said, I altered it up to 12.5 in a couple spots. But you're pretty much still there. Both those lines are still there for you guys on this game. And one of the things you do have to keep an eye on in this, we are going to want to hedge. We needed Florida State to get out early. We're going to need Florida State to probably get out a little more. North Carolina is a notorious comeback team. You guys saw me post about this. Me and Matty Ice literally this weekend predicted the exact outcome of the game on Friday night's Stay Cashin show on Twitter Spaces. We said North Carolina is going to stay behind. They're going to tie it up in the 7th. They're going to come up in the bottom of the 9th, and Vance Honeycutt's going to walk it off. That's literally the exact thing that happened. We have the videos. We have the recordings and everything to prove it. No reason to think. Now, against Tennessee, they fucked up in the middle of the game. On that same recording, we said they just can't get down 4 or 5 because they can't score 4 or 5 usually. They're not a comeback team. The big advantage North Carolina has in this game is on the pitching side. Florida State's used a lot of their arms, and they don't. Arnold's not going to be available. None of these guys are going to be available. North Carolina has the best closer in baseball and college baseball. He's probably going to be available for 2 or 3 innings today, especially if it's an elimination game. They have good arms coming out of the pen. So if this game is tight by like the 5th inning or so, I would expect not many runs at the end of the game. And I would kind of give the edge to North Carolina there to come back. So hopefully we can get Florida State with a lead into the 5th or 6th, like normally happens. Maybe we can get them at minus 300, 400, so we can catch a plus 300 on the other side. But you definitely want to be on this or at 4 deep to be monitoring this hedge because huge bullpen advantage for North Carolina in this game, plus tremendous amount of wind blowing in. And Florida State's a big home run hitting team, so they're not like they're going to catch a home run or 2 late in the game with the wind going the way it is. The game tonight, Hoffman, is the interesting one. We got Florida Gators and Kentucky Wildcats. I've been low on this Kentucky team the whole time. Matt likes them, so we're probably going to be on different sides here, me and Matty.
Uncle Danny, too, has been on them, too. Uncle Danny.
Yeah. Who, the Kentucky?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone likes this Kentucky team. I do not. I think they're the most overrated team in the country. I don't know how they ended up being the number 2 team in the country. And we saw that in their last game. I went against them heavy. They got fucking smacked. This team can't score. That's the problem. They can't score, and they don't have the pitching of North Carolina to offset it, right? So a team like North Carolina can go and score 3 runs and win. Kentucky's overall staff ERA is like over 5. So you're looking at North Carolina, who's like a top 10 ERA in the country. So I just don't like this team. I don't know. I think they're a regular season team, kind of like we were talking about, go grind out those wins like the Indians, and then you're going to see them get wiped right out of the playoffs. We saw the Texas A&M game. They lost that game 5-1, really never had a chance. There was a no-hitter going into the 7th inning. I don't give a fuck who's on the mound. I know they were facing one of the best pitchers in baseball. You can't be getting no-hit into the 7th inning in the College World Series. So Kentucky goes against –
Get no hit with a metal bat.
They bunt too much, dude. They bunt. Like every fucking time they get up, they bunt. That's their problem. They just bunt. And it's like these kids are fucking like angels in the outfield. Every player in college baseball is the greatest fielder you've ever seen in your life. So I'm on Florida in this game. Now, the thing that would concern me a little bit is the weather. We have an insane weather situation going on tonight. Let me just pull it up here. I don't think the game plays, Hoffman.
Yeah, you said that to me.
I'm just, listen, I'm not a weatherman because initially I thought
I'm not putting a bet on that game because the last game that got delayed 4 hours, I was sitting there. I was like, this is not fucking good for these bets. Stupid fucking.
And it was the Florida game too. Florida keeps getting fucked with this. Florida should be undefeated right now if not for the weather. Yeah, hold on. Let me see. Charles Schwab Field. I just want to pull up the exact location.
It looks very windy there from the flags.
No, it's crazy. Yeah. So here's what's going on in Omaha. The wind has been blowing in tremendously for the whole entire week, right? That's what's keeping these scores down. We got that 12-11 bonanza in the first game, but the wind's been blowing down. This wind is about to shift this afternoon for the first time. So today in Omaha, basically we're looking at next 10 days. Let me go to the hourly forecast. You're looking at the wind shifting around 6-7 o'clock. All right. It's been coming from the south. It's going to switch to be coming from the north. So all the games tomorrow appear to have the wind blowing out instead of blowing in, which is going to be good for us, good for totals. Tennessee plays their big home run team. Yeah. But here's the report for today. I don't know why my computer's being so fucking retarded. The temperatures are going to drop a little bit. The spinning wheel is going to stop, hopefully in 2 seconds. And we're looking at, Hoffman, tonight's game, 98% chance of rain from 6 p.m., which is basically 7 p.m. our time, so 6 p.m. out there, all the way till 11 p.m., you're looking at 100% to 85% chance of rain. Now, the wind is coming in at 6 p.m., which this is East Coast time, so it would be 7, so their time. The wind is coming in southwest at 17 miles per hour. That's blowing in. It flips to northwest at 9 p.m., blowing out at 7 miles per hour. So when this game starts, if this game plays, if these are scattered thunderstorms that are going to come and go, I'm not a fucking meteorologist. I'm going to reach out to Kevin Roth and see if he can give me some input on it. But it doesn't look like this doesn't lighten up below 50%, Hoffman, till 7 a.m. So I don't know what they're going to do. It's probably going to be in and out, or they don't want to push this game back because they're already running out of days here on the schedule where they could squeeze it in. And you don't want these teams to be playing double headers. They might have to do because that finals has a set start date. So we're looking at rain tomorrow, too, throughout the day. It really doesn't lighten up. The only time you see no thunderstorms on the fucking hourly is 5 p.m. and on tomorrow, where it just gets cloudy. So it's going to be tough. Let's give the analysis, assuming that it does play and assuming that the wind does shift a little bit, all in on Florida here in this spot. I just think they have the best player in the country in Jack Caglione. You can't get this fucking kid out, Hoffman. He hit one fucking 117 miles per hour off the bat into the wind, fucking 20 rows up.
Yeah,
Dude, these bats have like fucking restrictors on them, and he's still hitting it 117 miles per hour. So they have the best player on the field. They have the home run hitters. They had multiple guys with double-digit home runs.
Nice turn. Let's go.
Bro, these fielders are insane in college baseball. So Florida has the offense. Florida has the home runs. Florida has the upside. Kentucky is that scrappy team that weeds together runs. I just don't see it. I don't see why Florida's an underdog in this game. I actually have them as a favorite. I really like the plus 1.5 because we're getting money line plus 104 or plus 1.5 minus 150. I'm just taking a plus 1.5 here because Kentucky plays low scoring games. So if this game does end 4-3 or something, that obviously advantage Kentucky. I think that 1.5 comes into play, especially as the home team there. So the total is moving up. So it looks like I'm right on the weather. It was 9.5 this morning. It's up to 10.5 now, and there's no props or anything. So I'm on Florida. Kentucky will have a little bit of a pitching edge, but again, both staffs are going to be a little bit of a mess. We're not going to see the best arms out of the Florida bullpen pitch today because they pitched yesterday. Neely's nasty, dude. You saw that kid, Neely?
Oh, my God.
Brandon Neely, buy cards from that kid. Now, that kid's going to be a star. Just throwing fucking cheddar up to the plate.
On the Yankees tomorrow.
Oh, my God. He was gassing everybody in huge spots yesterday. But, yeah, I'm on Florida. So I'm on Florida, and then you got to subscribe. Get over 4deep.com, number 4deep, DEEP.com. Sign up for a weekly, monthly, yearly, whatever the fuck you want, but you'll get access to all the bets in the hashtag there. So we will be on Florida later. We have a parlay right now. Florida State, money line, Florida plus 1.5. If you want to put that in right now, you can get that at plus 160. So if you wanted to get involved in this FSU game but didn't want to lay the minus 180. That's it for college baseball. Anything for you on that, Half Daddy?
Nope, pretty much on par with what you just said.
All right, cool. Let's get to baseball here. We got Dinger Tuesday today, baby. So we have some weather to stick on the weather front. Let me go to the weather report for you guys. Obviously on Dinger Tuesdays, this is a situation where we are looking at weather heavily. We want balls. We want heat. We want wind blowing out. Marlins, nothing. Dome. Cleveland, 87 degrees, 10 mile per hour wind blowing out. Philly.
It's blowing out to left, though, but that doesn't matter.
Nay don't care about that. Nay don't care about that.
No, he doesn't.
Philly game, San Diego. We saw a lot of runs yesterday. I had Schwarber and Harper in bases and home run props. Schwarber's on absolute fire. That's going to be my Dinger Tuesday pick. He's hitting basically 400 over the last week, and I think he hit 2 home runs last night. He's got like 5 in the last 5 games.
Fucking small park, 86 degrees, 10 mile an hour is blowing straight out.
Yeah, that's a nice one. So we're going to be looking at the Philly game, obviously, to attack there. We're going to be looking not in Pittsburgh, 91 degrees, but the wind's coming in a little bit, but that's fine. Washington, you do have some nice weather. It's kind of almost a crosswind. It's not blowing dead out, so not amazing. But my boy CJ Abrams does play there. 89 degrees, 10 mile per hour wind. Yankee Stadium, the wind is blowing in, so it's blowing in crosswind. That will be 83 degrees. Cortez versus Suarez on that one. Blue Jays in a dome. Braves wind gusting in at 11 miles per hour. Not going to be a target. Twins is where we'd want to go. 16 mile per hour wind blowing out directly to the left field pole. and 78 degrees. We got some pitchers who can give up some dongs, but I don't know if that game plays. That looks like we're going to see a lot of. Kevin Roth has it as orange. I'm seeing 53 to 70% chance of rain all the way to midnight. Might be seeing that game tomorrow and off the Dinger Tuesday slate, which sucks, Rackets, because Royce Lewis plays on Minnesota, and he is a Dinger Tuesday target anytime he steps on the field.
If you being 100% transparent right now, Paper sent me the sheet in the DM, and I was just about to take Royce Lewis.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Royce Lewis, I don't think that game played. I don't think that game plays though. I would lean about 70% chance it doesn't play. I don't think that game plays tonight. But Royce Lewis was my number one too coming into this. Here's the interesting game, guys. Last night I had the over on the Cubs and the Giants. By the way, if you were a 4 Deep subscriber last night, Hoffman, how'd they do?
They did great.
I mean, we fucking brutalized everything. We were betting every at bat for the top 4 hitters on the Dodgers to get an extra base hit, right? So Ohtani plus 500, Freeman plus 650, Smith plus 800. And every time through the lineup, one of them got an extra base hit, every single one. We didn't get 2 on any turn, but we got 1 on every turn. So we made money every single time.
It's great for the stats.
Yeah, and you're great for the fun, right? Just for the sweat alone, it was fucking awesome. But
we're all about the gambling stats.
Just gamble. So I won. I don't even know how many units I won yesterday. 50. We won 30 in college baseball between me and fucking Matty Ice. Just destroying. If you're not signed up here, just quit gambling.
It's because I challenged you.
Yes, it is. And Wrigley game was one of those where they left 18 guys on base in the first 6 innings and had 1 run. 18 guys got on base.
Wait. Breaking. Hold on. We got Cubby. Hold on.
Hey, Kababble.
What's up, fellas?
What time's your play for?
3 p.m.
All right, hold on. Let me just finish the weather report here, and then we'll go right to you. So in Wrigley, we do have an interesting situation here.
Where you're coming in from an actual house, Cubby? What happened?
I'm in my office, man. They actually gave me an office.
You're not killing terrorists today?
No, not
today. You look good, Kababble. Let's go.
Good job. Yeah, you do look sharp. You're looking cute. You're looking tight.
Thank you.
Rackets, 90 degrees, 17-mile-per-hour wind blowing out in Wrigley. 9.5 total with Webb and Steele. Any 2 other pitchers, we'd be all in on this, right? That's going to be a tough call. We're going to have to get to in the baseball segment.
Steele hasn't been the same since he's come off the IL, though. I will say that.
That's a tough.
I don't love targeting him, but he hasn't been the same guy either.
Still tough to target. Yeah. Rangers, Mets in a dome. White Sox, 90 degrees, 17-mile-per-hour crosswind blowing in. Rockies game doesn't have the same weather as yesterday. Yesterday we had amazing weather, but it's Coors, doesn't matter. A little bit of a crosswind, 9 miles per hour, 70 degrees. Los Angeles, weather doesn't matter too much. 72 degrees, 8-mile-per-hour wind blowing out a little bit. And then Oakland, 9-mile-per-hour wind blowing out, 66 degrees over there in Oakland. So that's your rundown. We'll get back to MLB in a second. Once Kababble, who's got his Euro guide that's out right now. Kababble, tell us about the Euro guide. First, give us the bet that you're giving out, then tell us about the guide.
So we got Portugal versus the Czech Republic coming up, the final of match day 1 for the groups. They've kind of been – it's been a little all over the place. I won't say it started off the best. It's been some odd results there with Belgium, and then you have DraftKings doing their nonsense.
Way to sell the guide, Kababble.
Yeah. Well, we're kicking up now. We just got Turkey. They just won us a bet this morning. That was a banger. I nailed the Romania part, so we're looking good, though, for the most part.
Something big happened this morning. Hoffman was yelling.
I was yelling when Turkey scored to go up 2-1 because we needed them to win.
Yep, and they ended up winning 3-1, so we're going to go to Portugal here. If you had the guide, you know I love Portugal. I talked about them right before the Euro started last week. I'm all about them. I think they win today, and I think they score a few goals. So you got to have 2 choices. I have Portugal over 1.5 with the money line, or win to 0. This team played 10 Euro qual matches. They scored 36 goals, only gave up 2. They have starters at every position, plus starters sitting on the bench. This team's insane. I don't see how they don't lose. Czech Republic's overrated. They have 1 player with Schick, and he's not very good. He's a sub for his club team. So I think they win pretty easily here.
What's the odds on that money line over 1.5?
Well, minus 125.
Thank you.
And then as far as the guy get over there, I just sent Hoffman the Copa America. It starts on Thursday with Argentina. I believe they face Canada. I don't have it off the top of my head. That just got sent in. I'll give you guys 2 futures from that. I work for Tommy G, so you always look for those non-data angles. I love Portugal. Who's on Portugal? Cristiano Ronaldo. Who just won the World Cup? Lionel Messi. Guess who's in this one? Argentina. They are the plus 175 favorite. I do not bet that low for a favorite. Slap that right there with Portugal, and they both win it for a nice plus 2,300. I love that angle. I think that's very.
So you're combining the Copa winner with the Euro winner, right?
Yep. And the angle for that is the Copa winner faces the Euro winner in the Felicima. So you get one last big stage, Ronaldo versus Messi, before they both kind of just move off into the future.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, if they're going to rig anything, they're rigging it for that, right? So
that's the angle I think they rigged. They rigged the World Cup for them. I called it right after that Saudi. They were going to rebound. They were going to wipe right through group stages after that and knockouts, and sure as shit they did.
All right. All right. Yeah. So that's a good one. So that guide right now, guys, this is going on for another fucking month. This soccer shit. So get in on that. It's fucking $19 for the fucking month, and it has a free week at the top of it. I mean, get the fuck, buy that fucking guide.
Some of these games are at like 9 a.m. so you can like wake up, get a cup of coffee.
Oh yeah. Our company just rakes because in a week from now, we're going to have Wimbledon going on at fucking 9 in the morning. We're going to have fucking soccer going on at 9 in the morning. No one's going to give a fuck about anything else by the time 5 o'clock hits, while every other company's sitting there waiting to see what they're going to do for the fucking MLB games.
Here in a couple weeks, I'm about to be the busiest man in the company because I'll have 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m., and then I think it's 5 or 6 p.m., 7 p.m., and then like a 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock start with Copa.
Well, lucky for you, you have a military background.
You have MLS too? You have MLS too still, right?
Yeah, and then MLS and Iceland, and we've been betting China too, so we just don't stop.
What about Tijuana? Who likes you bet the Tijuana goals, right?
Say what that again?
Tijuana, right? Don't you bet the goals there?
Oh yeah, we bet Mexican League. We love the cartel soccer.
Yeah, cartel soccer. All right, Kababble, appreciate you guys. Go over to 4deep.com, guys. It's featured right on the homepage. First thing when you go over 4deep.com, go buy the guide, $19. Go support Kababble. You will get probably 150,000 bets for $19 in there.
Can't forget Vasil Kobe for paper and bananas. They love betting that overnight. The team's money line's always generous.
All right, yeah, Vasil Kobe. Remember that, guys. Vasil Kobe.
Japan, J1 League. So, all right, later, fellas.
All right, later, Kababble. All right, let's get back to MLB. Thank you, Kababble, for popping in. All right, so pitchers to target today. I always give you guys the report on this on Dinger Tuesday. Pitchers with an over 1.5 home runs per 9. We got Griff Canning, Gomber, Pablo Lopez, Savali, Tobias Myers on Milwaukee, McKenzie on Cleveland, who's a darling for fucking Dinger Tuesdays. Walker Buehler, 2.18 Rackets. Walker Buehler, 2.18 home runs per 9 this year.
Has not been good, dude.
Not been good, and he's in Coors Field, right? So that's not Rockies haven't been good until the last inning yesterday, though, so who knows? Then you got Kikani over there with a 2.44 and a 53% fly ball rate for Arizona. So I do want to fucking look at some maybe CJ Abrams. And then the worst pitcher on the board for home runs is Roddery Munoz in Miami. Unfortunately, I think they're playing in a dome, right? Today. So we don't get that beautiful weather. But 2.8 home runs for 9.
And they're playing the Cardinals. Who the fuck do you want?
Yeah, exactly. And he's got a 26. And he's got a 26% K rate. So he strikes out a lot of non-contact at bats. Let's go. Florida State, bases loaded, 1 out. Come on.
Did the Cardinals win the other day when you were going to bet them, but then didn't, Rackets?
Yeah, Michaelis shut him out. I knew he was going to, dude.
Yeah,
I don't like betting on Michaelis, but he's been fucking awesome last month.
Yeah, I mean, dude, look at these numbers by Roddery Munoz. 2.8 home runs per 9, which is ungodly, right?
I'm sorry, he gave up 1 run. Go ahead.
So 2.8 home runs per 9, ungodly. Like 1.4 is bad, right? And he's at 2.8. 26% strikeout rate, Rackets. 12% walk rate.
I was going to say he's got a 4.2 walk.
So basically 40% of the batters are making no contact and like the other 60 are homering. That's basically what's happening there. Can you guys hear that phone going off?
No.
Okay.
We are betting Naylor Butters.
Yeah, we're betting everything, Josh.
We're betting Naylor. So that's the report right there for that. Let me pull up my Naylor stats that I pulled up last week. All right. So a lot of you are going to be wondering why we're betting Josh Naylor. Josh Naylor, we've talked about on this show a lot. He's the Ding King. He's the Dinger Tuesday King of the fucking world. We're actually planning on having a Josh Naylor shirt made. That's how big he is as the Ding King. Here are Josh Naylor's stats on Tuesdays.
Invented Josh Naylor on Tuesday, by the way.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
All right.
Rackets
Here are his
started-
stats. Here are his stats. Here are his stats on Tuesdays this year. 11 games, 8 home runs, 20 RBIs. 8 home runs and 20 RBIs in 11 games on Tuesdays. Every Tuesday, Josh Naylor hits a home run. So I'm done fucking not betting it. So Rackets is going with Naylor as his Ding King today. I would fight it, but since he invented Josh Naylor, he not only said it first and invented him.
And took him the next week, too.
The jury sides with Joey Rackets and forgot to take him the last 4, though, you fucking idiot.
I mean, how come one could? Come on.
I just keep doing it.
I mean, after the 4th one, you just got to keep
Just do it till it stops. And Rackets, today we're getting Josh Naylor in a spot where we have great weather, right? We got an 87 degrees, 9-mile-per-hour wind going out. Bryce Miller on the mound, which you'd look at normally and say, oh, he's a really good pitcher. But he's given up a 45% fly ball rate, 1.4 home runs per 9. I know he's been very good. It's a lot of
fastballs, too, and Josh Naylor crushes fastballs.
His
but I mean,
this is plus money, too, at 110.
Yeah, this is actually a better spot than it looks like, because a lot of people will look at Bryce Miller's numbers. They're yanking a pitcher in North Carolina.
And there's
Fuck
been
daddy.
I forgot who posted it, but somebody posted the article about what the Guardians did to their stadium in the offseason. They removed like bleachers or something, and now like there's like a wind tunnel going out to right field, which explains a lot of Jose Ramirez's power and the power from Naylor. Getting good weather in that park today. I mean, fly ball pitcher. I love it. I like Jose Ramirez too. He's coming off paternity leave. Just had a kid.
Yeah, I mean, you got both.
Power.
I mean, the beauty of it is, Jose, you're getting a 260. Naylor, you're getting a 360, right? So, and Naylor's got the Tuesday stats. So we like Naylor. Hoffman, who's your Dinger Tuesday? So Rackets is going with Josh Naylor at plus 360. Who you going with?
I'm going with Soler for the Giants.
Why don't we do 2 each? We can do 2 each. You want to do 2 each?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so let me pull up Soler here. So Soler, the benefits of him, obviously, you're looking at Wrigley Field, 17-mile-per-hour wind blowing out. Rackets was just talking about how Steele hasn't been as good as he was before. I liked him last night to homer, Hoffman, and he hit a fucking ball almost through the ground, through the wall on his first at bat, and then hit a piss missile up foul before they walked him like 16.
That's why he's going to hit one tonight. That's why you go right back to those guys.
I like it. I like Soler plus 280 in that one. Little sneaky play here is Bellinger plus 500.
My little sneaky one is you're going Bellinger?
Well, I'm just saying in this game. I'm not doing this my second one. I'm just saying keep your eye on Bellinger plus 500 here. He does destroy the low ball. Webb stays down in the zone. Webb doesn't give up home runs.
Pick a real one and then pick one from Coors. How about that?
That's what I was just going to do.
Why don't we just pick a bunch?
Okay,
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, just keep
I'm going to pick a sneaky one in Coors.
Okay. All right. I have mine in Coors. So I'm going first in Coors since you stole my other ones.
Go ahead.
All right. So you got Soler, Hoffman. Let me write these down. We're making.
I got them written down. They're written down here in the thing.
All right, I want to write it so I see it too. I like seeing things. All right. So you got Naylor. We'll do a little snake draft here like the Thunderdome. All right. So Rackets went Naylor. Then Hoffman went Soler. Now I'm going to go for 2. So I'm going to pick Schwarber.
Yep.
Schwarber. 240. And I mean, do I go with Royce, even though it's going to, if it gets rained out, I don't get anything. That's the problem. We're going to say, I'm going to save my
biscuit, Tommy G.
What?
Risk it for the biscuit.
I'm going to go Juan Soto. And I know Suarez does not give up home runs. I understand that.
I kind of like that though. But this is
Soto in a big game. This is Soto time.
Yeah.
This is the day. I just feel like Soto's going fucking yah today.
And all he has to do is fucking hit it, and it goes right out.
That's all I got to do. Get it in the air on that short porch. We'll be all right.
Right under his fucking chin.
Keep in mind, Albert Suarez. Here's the thing about Albert Suarez. He was in the pen, right? Rackets, when they moved him to the starting rotation about 3 games ago.
No, he was in the rotation, went to the pen for a little bit when everybody came back. Now he's back in the rotation, but he's been fucking awesome, dude.
He's been pitching amazing, right?
He was in Korea last year, I think.
Pitching amazing. Here's the thing. 44% fly ball rate, right? So Yankee Stadium, righty against Soto, a lefty, 44% fly ball rate. I think Soto could pop one up to right field and get it out. That wouldn't be out in any other.
There's
park,
a boost
so.
on FanDuel right now. Soto or Judge the homer plus 150.
There's also a boost, a 33% boost on any home run batter on DraftKings today.
All right, so
would you say
let's
you
go.
Soto and
You know what?
who?
I have to
We go
say
Soto and Schwartz.
Dwayne, I just put your comment up on the screen, and then you say I don't read the comment sections. You're never getting put up again.
I even responded to it saying we got to pick a Coors one and a real one.
Yeah, you're never.
You know, Dwayne wants the attention. He's got the dollar
Banned
signs
from
next
the
to his
fucking
name in there.
screen.
It's got like emojis and lights.
He's going on a banned list. For the
I
He's
even
in the
said,
YouTube. He's in the YouTube chat like I tweet.
You're gonna have to come up with something real good to get out of that doghouse.
They even fucking responded to it. I was like, let's pick
Dude,
a
you
real
guys-
one and pick a Coors one.
By the way, if you're looking at Hoffman and Rackets, I am by far the nicest person here when it comes to the subscribers pissing them off. So, Dwayne's a good guy. I like Dwayne. Leave Dwayne alone. All right, we're going back to.
So it's
who,
back to
Rackets?
Hoffman.
Or
Not
Hoffman.
Hoffman.
I'm gonna go with Kike.
We'll go 3 each. So then we'll do
I'm
the
gonna go
last
with
round as
Kike
course.
in the Coors Field.
Well, no, go last round course. So we'll do
TK and
course. to end it.
Coors? All right, I'm gonna take
So
Will
dude,
Smith.
hold on,
and
hold on. Do someone outside of course. The last round's going to be course.
Coors. Okay.
You want me to do someone
So
else?
Hoffman, you got Soler, and then
Oh.
give me someone outside of course field.
Judge.
Judge, all right.
Yeah.
I'm going right back to. I'm going to that game too. Jordan Westberg against Nestor, and Will Smith against.
No, that's mine. I get Will Smith. No.
I had the
You
first
already
pick of the
jacked
third
mine
round.
out. No, I said I get first course
Right
pick.
in there.
I get first course pick. No. Will Smith's mine. That's mine.
Oh, the
You already
Rackets said
jacked
first
Naylor.
down.
I get Will Smith.
Jack them. I got the.
You can pull a Bill Rupp and say I said
No.
it first down.
No.
That's a
I
great
get Will
move.
Smith. I get Will Smith. You could have Otani. You could have Teoscar.
You can have all those guys. I got. That's fine.
I'm taking Will Smith. All right, we both have Will
Will
Smith.
Smith's gonna fucking hit it. Will
Guys,
Smith's
bet Will
gonna
Smith.
hit a 450-foot home run on the first pitch he sees now.
Yeah, Will Smith is the best bet
Gonna
of the
go
board.
nuts in the chat.
100%. Who are some other sneaky guys in Coors? I think it was Blackman who has a crazy history versus Bueller.
What about our boy Nolan Jones?
Is he on the flyer this week?
He might have to be if he hits home run tomorrow.
We should put him on every flyer. So you got Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman actually has great numbers versus Gomber. 6 for 11 with 2 home runs and 3 singles, a double, and only 1 walk. I like Freddie Freeman to get a hit tonight for sure. Shohei 3 for 8 with a home run. I like Will Smith though. Will Smith mashes lefties, and Will Smith hit 2 to the wall yesterday. Like literally the same hit to the wall.
He's the most
twice.
underrated player in that lineup.
He's the best player in the lineup right now. Like literally, you could argue he's like they said he's the toughest out in the lineup, and that's crazy with Freddie Freeman on that team. Like Freddie Freeman's
He's
a god. Freddie Freeman 4 walks yesterday, and his walk today is plus 140 Rackets.
Bro, if you get walked 4 times, how are you not swinging at anything the very next pitch that you see?
Yeah, I mean, dude, you better believe I'm taking Freddie Freeman to walk plus 140. We're gonna do the every at bat thing like we did yesterday.
DraftKings, by the way, shame on you. Shame on you for voiding.
Shame on you
for that intentional walk. You void out.
They voided a what? Yeah, DraftKings a bunch of fucking assholes.
Hard Rock voided it.
Hard
Rock voided it. The only place that paid it was FanDuel. That was
That's what I was telling you, Tommy, last night. Remember, I was thinking everyone.
They voided it because it was an intentional walk.
They voided it because it was a 2. Once it got to 2-0, they intentionally walked him. They didn't throw the last two pitches, so the plate appearance on DraftKings got voided and canceled.
What? I would have fucking snapped.
Shame
on you. Shame.
That was bullshit.
Shame. Game of Thrones. That's insane.
Yeah, man. Plus 7. I think it was plus 750 on DraftKings, and they
voided it. Libtards run your fucking website. Let's go to the bets. On the betting side today, I think we have some pretty easy hit bets here. So I have under 12.5 with Harper, under 12.5 with Bohm. I think Harper Bohm is a good hit combo here for this game.
Thank God Bohm is out of Baltimore. Holy fucking shit, dude. Every time that dude went up to the plate, it was a double into the gap. Every fucking time.
He's unbelievable.
He's beyond locked in right now.
He's long, too. That's the thing. He can get to any pitch. What's going on with the props? Why'd they pull the props from the Philly game?
Oh, God.
Because we just talked about it.
because we just said it.
Are they up on DraftKings? They're not up on FanDuel. Yeah, they're up on DraftKings. FanDuel just pulled the props for that game.
Yeah, props are up.
Yeah, they're up on DraftKings. They're not up on FanDuel. So we're going to do Bryce Harper hit, Alec Boehm hit. That is minus. Why can't I see it on there? Oh, you got to do the same game parlay thing. It's like minus 125. It's something like that, 122, 125. So that's a nice one there. What else are we looking at from a prop perspective, guys? I like Schwarber to homer, as we said. What other props you like in that Baltimore Yankees game? And then we'll get to the sides.
I like Judge total bases 1.5. I mean, he's crushing the ball. He's got great history versus the Orioles.
Do like that. I mean, Carlos Correa does not slow down. I mean, the guy's literally just every day. He's minus 280 to get a hit today. Obviously, you're going to use that as a parlay piece forever. Royce Lewis total bases does not slow down pretty much every day. You're looking at that.
What's up with the Orioles props, Rackets? You got any Orioles props?
I'm on the Westberg home run. That's actually my favorite Oriole. Him and Adley are my two favorites.
Does anyone have good fucking history versus Nestor on the squad?
I haven't even looked at that, honestly, but Nestor this year hasn't really.
Nestor's not
great.
the same guy. Yeah,
he hasn't been
given
great.
up to it. He's been better of late, where he's only given up 2 or 3 runs.
Is Trevino catching?
Actually, believe it or not, Adley Rushman has retarded numbers versus him, 8 for 15.
Yeah, sounds about right. Adley's been awesome from the right side of the plate, dude. He's like 1.2ing it on the right side of the plate.
Tommy,
it'll be 3-0. This is good because I didn't want that to get out.
Do we want to start looking at the hedge?
Santon there from the right side. There's a lot of guys.
Of the inning.
Is if Trevino's catching, we got to bet some people to steal because he can't get it. Like
Mateo's stolen base. Mateo's going to steal a base. Mateo's going to steal a base. Mullins is going to. If Mullins gets on, he'll steal a base. Like they're going to be running to shit, dude. Trevino not only is he statistically number 2 in pop time, he's bottom 5 in arm strength. So I don't know what
why he's catching.
That's what he's catching because he's batting 270 and Austin Wells.
No, I mean why he's a catcher and why he's a catcher, not a different position.
If like the Red Sox just exposed that, let's talk about that for a second. Like the Red Sox, Stroman
9.
They crushed him.
Stroman, not only is he like historically slow to the plate, like they took that and they took the pop time from Trevino and they added those together and they're like, this number, you can't. He's not going to throw you out ever. Running. So any chance they took, they fucking ran. They didn't even come. He didn't even throw through on 4 or 5 of them. He just held the fucking ball. And even the 2 that he did throw through on, they were safe by a mile. And it's just teams are exposed him. And then Aaron Boone's like, oh, well, our numbers coming into this, we're good. We considered it a strength of our team. But like John Boy was talking about it on an interview when they were breaking it down. Baseball Reference counts caught stealings, whether it's a pickoff or whatever. Like if they take off towards second base, it's considered a caught stealing. So like the catcher gets credit for it, even though the pitcher may have picked him off. So like you start taking those out, and then they have a whole bunch of like first and thirds where the player at first stole second, and they throw through and get the caught stealing on the guy on second. So like all those numbers were completely just completely fucking skewed. And the actual numbers where he's only thrown out 2 base stealers out of 51 attempts, straight stealing of second base. That's awful, bro. Like you can't sustain that. And once teams see that, and the Red Sox showcased it on Sunday Night Baseball on national television, I expect the Orioles to be running all weekend.
That's the worst part about that, Rackets, that they exposed it on national television on Sunday
Every
night.
team saw that.
That wasn't just a random game that got buried and no one saw. Like, that was literally the whole nation was watching.
That was their plan,
Plus,
too,
Yankees,
100%.
It's Yankees, Red Sox. So they have a higher viewership than any other combo of teams playing on Sunday Night Baseball. That was bad for the Yankees. That was bad. It's almost so bad you might need to look for a catcher at the deadline because you can't.
I said in the chat, I'm like, this is going to force Austin Wells in the lineup, and then that takes – Trevino's not good, but like he's having a good year.
He's been hitting great. Trevino's been great.
And he's having a good year.
Fantastic.
And you're going to take that
Part
out of the lineup.
The reason why the Yankees are so good, the bottom of the lineup is up from like 211 last year and they're up in the 240s as like 6.
Because Trevino's hitting 270. Like that's a big part of it. And if you're forcing him out of the lineup, he can't play defense. They're gonna have a hard time.
Listen, here's what we got to do. And
come October, Tommy, you know this more than anybody. Come October,
no, that's where
those stealing bases
disastrous.
And that is fucking a deal breaker.
And when you're trying to manufacture a single run and you just free ride to second base, that's what
you
kills
get a
the
walk
Dodgers.
and it turns into a triple.
Dude, that's what kills the Dodgers. No one on their staff was ever holding anyone on a year or two ago, and they were just running on them in the playoffs, and they would just get knocked out on teams that scrapped their way up there. One of the things I will tell you we need to do right now. Did they just pull it while I had it clicked? They just closed Cedric Mullins right now as we're talking. It's still in my slip right here. Hold on. Watch this. I'm going to post
Let me see if I can find the lineup.
These fucking MGM. Stop it. Stop it.
He might not be in the lineup tonight because of
second that we mentioned it. I just clicked them and they just pulled him.
That's because it just came out. The Oriole lineup is out. Jordan Westberg was my home run pick. He's leading off. Westberg, Rutschman, Mountcastle, Henderson, Santander, Hayes, Mateo, Kauser, and McCann.
All right, you're lucky, MGM. You fucking scumbags.
Yeah, but Mateo will have a stolen base.
I just clicked him and he disappeared.
Mateo will have one. Westberg may have one.
How are you so stupid as a coach to have Mullins not? Left on left. I know it's lefty still, but dude, with that type of actually, yeah, they can pinch run him. They'll just pinch run him.
He'll play later. Spot. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah. All right, so we can hit Westy plus 750, Henderson plus 900, and Mateo plus 375 on MGM. What are they on DraftKings?
I'll have to look. Kauser isn't a bad one either. I think Kauser can run.
Kauser's the other one. Hold on. I don't think Kauser's listed on
that's
MGM.
for them for one steal?
That's for one steal.
Jesus. Yeah, we're betting all this.
I think you can get fucking weird with fucking even Austin.
You can parlay
Hayes.
those. I would just parlay those with the fucking first at bat appearances with the Dodgers players.
DraftKings doesn't even have them up.
You're getting Gunner at 900 and Jordan.
Oh, here they are.
At 750.
Gunner's 1,000, Westberg 850, Mateo 425.
Wow, higher.
Yep, they're higher over here. Mateo at 425 is insane. I put that down officially. Mateo over a half stolen base plus 425. That's insane.
Jesus Christ, that's crazy.
It's gonna take 2 pitches if he's on first base.
Yeah, that's nuts. They don't have 2+, do they?
Nope, just there's no alts.
All right. So yeah, we got to look for that. Let's go for some sides here.
Can you parlay these? Hold on. If you can parlay,
if they're in a same game parlay, they might.
We might be able to do something wild here. What is that? Plus 425 for Mateo?
Yeah.
Peace to Mateo. I'm going to talk about something while you guys look that up. We did talk about Josh Naylor, his RBI numbers, 20 RBIs in 11 games on Tuesdays. And he's in a good spot in the lineup. He's in a good spot in this game, and it's a good weather spot.
Cannot parlay them, bastards.
You can't. All right. So Josh Naylor RBI is plus money, plus 105. And when you get up to 2 RBIs and 3 RBIs, you're looking at plus 400, plus 1,000.
Scotty in the chat said Will Smith 2 bases is minus 175.
It is. It's Will Smith 3 bases is plus 130.
That's retarded.
3 bases plus 130 because I was going to do him in the fucking.
He's going to mash tonight.
He's going to rape tonight. All right. So sides here, Rackets. Obviously, we're on the Yankees. You're on the Orioles. We know that. I'm sure the chat will be probably worth the $40 a week just to come in and fucking see what goes on in the chat today, honestly, because it's going to get ugly.
Over the next 3 days.
I'm putting the war paint on tonight. I got Little League from 6 to about 7:45.
Not just that. You get cold tomorrow night, dude. That's fucking.
Yeah. Well, who knows? You're getting Cole's first start tomorrow night, so I'm not excited about that.
He's been really good in his rehab starts. He hasn't gone 5 innings though. He's going to be capped about 85 pitches probably, which maybe gets him through 5, but
which means Boone will use the whole bullpen tonight.
The Orioles go. They don't start till the 7th inning.
Crazy game for Cole to be starting his first games.
Fucking Aaron Boone.
That shows how important the Yankees feel this series is, honestly, because and it shows the Orioles are. Everyone was like, "Oh, how come they're not throwing Burns? How come they're not throwing Grayson?"
Oh,
that would have been number 1 on.
That would have been a catch of the year.
Everyone was, complaining, saying, "Oh, how come they're not throwing Burns against him? How come they're not throwing Grayson against him? Why didn't they line it up?" The reason is because the Yankees are 16th in baseball against left-handed pitching in OPS. So, they're not the Yankees against lefties. They're an average fucking team. Against right-handed pitching, they're the number one team in baseball. So that's the reason why that they're throwing Povich and Cole Irvin in games 2 and 3. But I'll still be on him plus 120 tonight. Albert Suarez has been one of their best pitchers. He's coming out of nowhere from the fucking Korean League. And I'll have a lot of the Orioles. I'll have a lot of the Phillies against the Padres. I'm on the Indians against the Mariners. I'm right back on the Red Sox, dude. This team is getting hot. They're hitting the ball and they're pitching well. And Tanner Houck's been great. So I like the Red Sox again tonight at minus 125. And as much as it scares me, dude, Luis Severino and the Mets. Like, the Mets are one of the hottest teams in baseball right now.
The Grimace thing, right? Like, since Grimace threw that first pitch, they haven't lost or something.
They've won 5 in a row. They've won 8 out of their last 10. It's the Nats, the Mets, and the Orioles as the 3.
Nats are my sneaky team. I've been betting like crazy. CJ Abrams is just a fucking human cheat code.
Nobody wants to see the Nats coming to town, dude. They're fucking pesky. They pitch well. Their bullpen is really good. They steal bases. Like, they're just a pain in the ass to fucking win. And going into the schedule, you're like, oh, okay, we got the Nats coming up. We should take this series. It's never an easy series, bro. It's always a dogfight right to the end. And by the time it's done, it's like, thank God they're out of town or they're getting the fuck out of here. Like, just see somebody else.
I actually have one of my favorite. I may actually add this because I'm going to do a dinger parlay for like almost all the games today. Hold on.
Oh, fuck you.
Jake Irvin too he's got one of the best he's one of the lowest ERAs in baseball. So I like the Nats again tonight at minus 125. There's a lot of good
3-1.
A lot of good value on the board tonight.
Yeah, there is. CJ Abrams today. Love this spot for him. Going against Slade Ciccone. Cicconi's not very good. 2.44 home runs per 9, 54% fly ball rate, only a 17% K rate, and a 4.8% walk rate. CJ Abrams.
Diamondbacks are not good, dude.
Yeah, Diamondbacks are not good. I like the Nationals today, minus 122. I like CJ Abrams today and his 2+ bases. And I think CJ Abrams goes yard at plus 350. This seems like a really good spot. There are a couple trap spots out there that I'm a little bit worried about. Now, when I say trap spot, I don't mean the game's necessarily going to lose. I just mean you got to watch out. The Dodgers opened at minus 194. They're down to minus 180 with 99% of the money on them. That's scary a little bit. The Cardinals, not a big deal.
Especially after they just lost 2 out of 3 to Kansas City.
Yeah, the Phillies is a little bit scary here too, and I love the Phillies today. But line dropped about 20 cents with 91% of the public on it. That's worrisome. So
Michael King's been really good. That might be why, but the total's too high for me to ignore.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
because it's got to be Phillies. It's got to be Philly runs.
I mean, I'm basically just going to be loading in the Bryce and Bohm and Schwarber and probably staying away from the game. I think that might lean that they're expecting a bad start from the Philly side. So
Zeke's mom, I guess on Bovada. I don't know what she's on. I think that's Bovada. You can parlay the steals, and it's
out of it.
She parlayed 3 steals: Westberg, Kauser, and Mateo for plus 56K. Or no,
what?
Yeah, plus 56,000. Holy shit!
What?
She'll win that shit too.
What?
Put $5 on that.
Put $100 on that. I'll be DMing Zeke's mama Venmo.
2 steals for Mateo was plus 1,900.
Wow.
Bovada might go broke on that stuff, dude. That's wild.
Damn, I gotta get on Bovada right now. So we have the Indians, a little bit of a trap. 80% line's not moving, but not a big deal. Nationals, a little bit, not a big deal. Braves, little bit, not a big deal. Twins.
What did the Orioles open at? Because I've only seen plus
the Yankees. That was the other one. It's up at the top. The Yankees is a little bit worrisome. 146 the line opened at. It's down to 140, 145 at ESPN, 142 at FanDuel, and we're getting about 85% of the money and public on the Yankees. So
yeah, see, opened at 155, but same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, not optimal in that situation. The Dodgers one is the most concerning. And then you have the Astros, 95% of the money. That line's dropped.
Astros are a bad baseball team, guys.
Yeah,
they're a bad baseball team.
There's some value there on the White Sox, plus 165 in this one. I think you can get an even better line elsewhere. And then the Royals, a little bit worrisome. So a lot of these lines, a lot of these favorites are actually trending in the wrong direction on their value. But luckily it's Dinger Tuesday, and we're going to be propped to the gills. So we don't have to worry about that too much. So my sides would be the Nationals, the Yankees, the Phillies, a little worrisome, but Probably going to do more props.
This is wild, bro. Caesars has. I'm trying to read around my bong's in the way. That's why. Caesars has a Baltimore team total bases or team stolen bases. Just one for the entire team is plus 152.
Dude, can you alt it?
Dave C just sent me the screenshot, so I don't know, but it just says. I mean, good God, dude! Like, hammer that. That's fucking wild. Team stolen bases 0.5 plus 152. That's insane.
I may have to deposit there.
That's fucking wild. After what just happened, as long as Trevino's in the lineup,
the bottom line is that no matter what, whether it was
maybe they think Wells is playing tonight. That's the only thing I can think of is maybe they think Wells is playing tonight because if Trevino's in, it's fucking hammered.
What I would say is, guys, don't put your bets in until you make sure Trevino's in the game because if Wells is in the game, it totally changes everything. Obviously, he's a good defensive catcher. But
I wouldn't say totally, but like still, that's
no, you could still bet a prop like that.
Yeah. But like,
so I'm seeing. Hold on one second.
I don't know if the Yankee lineup is out yet.
No, I don't think it's out.
No, it's not. I get a notification when it comes out.
That's the only thing I can think of is that they're sitting fucking Trevino.
I think Ben Rice is going to be playing today for the Yankees, right?
That's who the dude they called up for Rizzo at first base.
Yeah,
which that might be a blessing in disguise. By the way, I touched on it a little bit in the chat. Rizzo has not been the same. He is not good anymore. He's not good defensively. He's making errors on the field. He's just not a good first baseman. So you're already like looking for corner improvement. Him getting hurt might have been the best thing that could have happened to this team because Rice is pretty good.
Ben Rice is good. Rizzo listen, since he got hit in the head, that fucking needed a head where he had vertigo and they fucking played him for 3 months, or a month without
Rizzo with CTE is not Rizzo.
Yeah, he hasn't been the same since he got fucking kneed to the side of the head and the Yankees didn't.
And it wasn't even just the power, dude. He wasn't hitting no extra bases.
It's like his vision. Here's the thing. He's playing like his vision's off a little bit because when
Rizzo
defensively, Rizzo was like elite defensive player, and he's making errors. That's a vision thing.
Routine ground balls are going down the line for doubles now.
Yeah, and people are like, "Oh, well, he's old." No, he's not. He's Freddie Freeman's age. They're the same age.
Let's touch on this too for a second. Like the scores, the hit scores, the official scores of these baseball games do not give errors to fucking anybody
there's like
anymore,
1,000
bro.
errors that aren't tagged as errors. Yeah.
So they're just going down.
So if you have 5, you really have 12. Yeah.
You really have probably 15 or 16.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I agree with you because I'm the biggest Rizzo guy. I loved him on the Yankees. He did a great job for us. Overachieved. Got kneed in the side of the head when he was batting like 330. And then he batted like 100 for the next month, and then they re-examined and found out that he had fucking like CTE and vertigo and concussion.
And even this year, he went like a month and a half without an extra base hit.
They ruined his career. They ruined his career because I had that issue. I had 9 concussions growing up, and I would have phases, even in like fast pitch softball in my 30s, where like there would be like a couple week span where just things aren't clear. It still happens with my eyes all the time. Like when you have too many concussions, you go through phases where things are a little blurry, and I think that's what Rizzo's going through right now. So that'll wrap everything up there. Any other sports or anything we need to cover before we get out of here, Huff?
No, that's about it.
Nope. Saw some people in the chat asking about merch. Merch is coming. We were supposed to get the samples here this weekend. They got delayed. They're coming Thursday. So I'll have the samples on Thursday.
It's always Evan's fault, dude.
Definitely Evan's fault. 100%. Definitely Evan's fault. But that's pretty much it. So I guess we're good. We covered a lot of bets, covered a lot of things. And
I'll give you one for tomorrow morning. WTA Berlin. Looks like it's going to go off at 5 a.m. There was a little bit of a rain delay today, so I don't know if it's going to go off exactly at 5 a.m, but whatever. Jesse Pegula minus 150 against Donna Vekic.
All right, Rackets. I'm going to probably be doing some Wimbledon stuff with you when we get down there.
No, you're not fucking allowed. I'm just kidding.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm going to fucking take on. But Rackets, what I'm going to be doing, not Wimbledon. I shouldn't say that.
Square up.
I shouldn't say that. Not Wimbledon. Tennis stuff. I've been betting retard tennis rackets for a long time.
Yeah, and I can't bet that shit anyways.
Yeah, you don't bet that shit anyway.
Yeah,
live retard tennis. I'm winning all these. Like it's insane. Like the ITF Korea and shit like that. Like you just wait until the favorite gets down and then you bet them. So I'll be putting some of those in the chat for you guys.
And you don't bet minus 800s pre-match. You don't do that. You don't do that. Stop.
Let's
what if you bet 12 of them? Have you bet 12?
No.
I know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Plus
But
160.
I'll start putting some of those in. So, guys, get over to 4deep.com, number 4deep.com. Get signed up. You're missing everything right now. Soccer's going on, tennis going on, college baseball, fuck NBA, NHL tonight, but we don't need those sports. We destroy the other sports.
Yeah, I'm ready for the done
I
video.
don't need any.
I'm actually
Get the NBA out, dude. We get fuck that sport, dude. Fucking
Yeah, I'm
rigged
good on that
games,
for now.
rigged props, dude. I saw fucking whole handicapping companies abandon the NBA a week ago, going fuck this shit, dude. These guys aren't even trying when they get out there. So get it out, and let's focus on the shit that we win money on. Hoffman, final words.
Let's win again tonight. We're gonna keep doing what we do.
Every night, just fucking slay day. Every day is slay day. Joey Rackets.
Let's go.
Let's go. That was a shocking one. I didn't think you'd have a Orioles thing.
No.
There, but maybe you go somewhere else and they're playing the Yankees today. Chat's gonna be wild tonight. I'm gonna tell you that. That's gonna be
Shout
wild.
out to my new friends in the Orioles organization.
Yeah, no, fuck them. They're cool. Fuck you. I mean, fuck you. Fuck you, not them.
You know, this is actually my buddy started screaming at me the other day. This is why I popped up. You guys hate this because you're Yankee fans, right? And this is how you rep the Yankees. This is it. This is how the Yankee fans rep the Yankees. And now an Orioles fan is repping the Orioles like he used to rep the Yankees. And Yankee fans don't like that. They really don't.
Because you're a traitor. We don't like traitors over here. We don't like fucking
just
traitors.
saying. That's the bottom line right there.
We don't like traitors. You're a traitor.
Yankee fans just don't like other Yankee fans when when they like other teams.
Anyone want to take a guess how many units I'm up in Major League Baseball this year? Nick the Champ just did the math. Under 46.51. I'm gonna make that 200. Make that 200 tonight. For Joey Rackets, Luke Hoffman, and Pretty Little Kababble who popped in from the side. This show is fantastic. It's so much better without Bill Rupp. Make sure to tag Rupp45 and tell him how much better the show is without him. Hopefully, Bill will be back tomorrow. We'll be here, same bat time, same bat channel, 2 p.m. Who knows? Maybe his Widow Tommy. Maybe his Widow Tommy's hurting tomorrow too. So we'll find out. But for the guys, I am Tommy G. Get over to 4deep.com. Sign up. Let's fuck. We are going to go lock in on this game in the Discord. Good luck. Stay cashin', motherfuckers. Let's go.
I missed it. I should have did that one.